Jandel is making a new game, and it's a fishing game, but there's a twist. In today's video, we're diving deep to find out if this is real or just some fake post, or maybe even AI generated. So grab your snacks, sit back, and stick with me until the end. And before we jump in, consider subscribing to help me hit 10,000 subs by the end of the month. Let's go. Alright, so let's talk about what's probably the most exciting thing happening right now, Jandel's new game. Recently, Jandel dropped a TikTok that literally sent the entire Roblox community into chaos. In the clip, he straight up says, "I'm cooking. I'm not just cooking food, I'm cooking a new game." Okay, let's watch it here.
So what? People want to join Team Jandel now? What's going on? I'm getting all these DMs saying I'm joining Team Jandel. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna forget my OGs, my day ones. Look at this. I'm cooking. And I'm not just cooking food. I'm cooking a new game. I'm gonna drop that. I'm not even gonna tell people what it is. You're just gonna find it. You're just gonna see it. So yeah, watch out.
Now, he didn't reveal the title or the genre. He just left everyone hanging, which is such a Jandel thing to do. But of course, the community did what it always does best. They started digging around his developer page, and people actually managed to find several hidden projects. So, Big Games Pets Leaks posted this on Twitter way ahead, before Jandel even posted about his new game, saying, "New Jandel game titled Horror Fishing Game Dev, Island Dev, Horror Fishing Game, and Brainrot Seas." So it's pretty obvious that these are developer servers we can't actually enter, but here's where things get interesting. You might be thinking right now, nah, it's fake. We can't trust that person. Yeah, if you're thinking that, I was literally thinking the same thing when I first saw the post. But then I started digging deeper. If you look at the developer or the company or whatever team is handling this, they all share the same name, Splitting Point Catch. Every single one. And the owner of that group is someone named Who is Captain Grumpy. I don't know about him, but when I checked his connections, boom, there's Jandel and Jai Latte right there. That's when I started thinking, yeah, this is true. This isn't some random fake leak just made to get attention. And if you check every one of those games, if we head over to their developer lists, you can see familiar names, developers who've worked on Jandel's other projects. Of course, there's Jandel himself, and then you've got Perthes. If you look at his profile, his bio literally says, "Games I've worked on, Grow a Garden, Plants vs. Brainrots, A Dusty Trip, Steep Steps." Most of Jandel's games. So yeah, it's pretty obvious now that Jandel might be working on a horror fishing game, and these other ones like Island Dev, they kind of sound like something similar to Dead Rails or something in that vibe, right? I'm not totally sure, but looking at the concept, the rails, the structure, yeah, maybe. And then Brainrot Seas, another one that clearly ties back to the whole Brainrot theme. And while that might sound weird at first, like a fishing game, but it's horror, when you think about it, it actually makes perfect sense. Right now, Roblox is being dominated by two massive genres, atmospheric horror games like 99 Nights in the Forest, and fishing games like Fish It. 99 Nights in the Forest blew up because of its atmosphere, that quiet tension, the mystery, that slow pacing that just pulls you in. It's not about jump scares, it's about immersion, that feeling that something's always watching you, even when nothing's happening. That's what made it so good. Then you've got Fish It, which came out of nowhere and exploded instantly. It's now one of the biggest games on Roblox, even hitting over 1 million concurrent players recently. It's literally been sitting right below 99 Nights in the Forest on the charts for almost a week now, which is insane. And that's where everything starts to connect. Jandel's second biggest game, Plants vs. Brainrots, is already a mix of his previous hits, Grow a Garden and Brainrots. Fish It and 99 Nights are the top two trending genres right now, so of course it makes total sense that he'd want to merge those two ideas. The creepy, eerie atmosphere of 99 Nights with the chill, satisfying gameplay loop of fishing. And if you think about it, that combo could actually be genius. Imagine being out on a dark, foggy lake at midnight, quietly fishing, and then your line catches something strange. You start reeling it in, expecting a normal fish, but what you pull out is glowing, twitching and moving in ways that shouldn't even be possible. That's the kind of horror that creeps up on you. Subtle, unsettling, but still weirdly peaceful. I mean, come on, a horror fishing game? That's something that hasn't really been done before on Roblox. It's like Jandel's taking two of the most successful ideas and fusing them into something fresh. I'm also curious if this will have a survival aspect, like imagine having to manage your hunger or stay warm while you're out fishing in the dark, surrounded by things lurking underwater. I don't know, man, my brain's just spinning right now thinking about all the possibilities. And if you've seen it already, Creekcraft actually posted about this around 6 days ago on TikTok. Okay, let's head over to TikTok and watch it.
So Jandel is working on a new Roblox game. We don't know much about it yet, but the current title for the game is Horror Fishing Game. So I'm guessing it'll be like a scary version of Fish. Apparently one that's not pay to win according to the description. Leave a comment with what you think.
So yeah, Creek talked about it, and if you've been watching Jandel's TikToks, you probably saw that he responded to Creek's video, but then deleted it a day later. I have no idea why he took it down, but if I remember correctly, he mentioned that he's working on multiple projects at once. And there was another now deleted TikTok where he said the game might drop this week. He probably deleted that one because the timeline was too early, but that still tells us that the game's already deep in development. I actually watched it, and when I tried to rewatch it later, just like the Creekcraft response video, it was gone. But I know a lot of you who follow Jandel regularly definitely saw that before it disappeared. So when you start connecting all the dots, everything makes sense. 99 Nights in the Forest showed how powerful atmosphere and storytelling can be. Fish It proved that players love relaxing, repetitive gameplay that still feels rewarding. And now, Jandel's probably trying to merge those two concepts into something that could redefine Roblox's next big genre. If this turns out to be the horror fishing game that we're all thinking about right now, it could easily be Roblox's next massive hit. It fits perfectly into the current trends, but still has Jandel's signature creativity that sets his games apart from everyone else. Honestly, I'm super hyped for it. Jandel has this way of taking simple ideas and twisting them into something totally unexpected. A horror fishing game sounds absolutely ridiculous on paper, but knowing him, once you actually play it, it's probably gonna make perfect sense. So yeah, we might actually be witnessing the start of Roblox's next big wave, a game that takes the chill, relaxing style of Fish It and combines it with the dark, mysterious, creepy energy of 99 Nights in the Forest. But here's the thing, not everyone's happy about this news. Some players are saying things like, Jandel's slowly being corrupted by money and greed. And honestly, most of those comments are coming from Grow a Garden and Plants vs Brainrots players. They're saying stuff like, he should just focus on his current games because they're not happy with the recent updates, especially Grow a Garden. They feel like Jandel's not really paying attention to the player base anymore, particularly with the Mega Safari Harvest update. That one got a lot of negative feedback, and the community milestone system didn't exactly help either. Even though they lowered the milestones to make the Divine Pet, the new lion, more attainable, it's still insanely difficult to reach. Right now, we're sitting at around 164 billion Safari points, and we need to hit 236 billion before the event ends. That's just tough, like really tough. So I get where those players are coming from. The frustration is real, but at the same time, we can't really tell Jandel not to make new games. The guy's a developer, a businessman. His entire job is to create games and profit from them. That's literally what he does. And honestly, that's not even a bad thing, because every time he releases something new, it somehow influences the rest of Roblox's dev scene. Whether you love him or hate him, you cannot deny that his games always start trends. So yeah, overall, here's my take. This whole horror fishing game leak might sound wild, but looking at all the clues, it really lines up. The hidden dev pages, the team connections, the deleted TikToks, everything points to something big brewing behind the scenes. If this game actually drops soon, it might change Roblox again. Just like Steep Steps did, just like Grow a Garden did, and just like Fish It did for its own genre. Anyway, that's pretty much everything we know right now about Jandel's mysterious new project. Personally, I'm really curious to see how he mixes horror with a relaxing mechanic like fishing. It sounds weird, but it could actually work if done right. So yeah, what do you guys think? Would you play a horror fishing game made by Jandel? Or do you think he's teasing something even bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. We'll keep an eye on this story and see if Jandel finally drops more hints or maybe even a sneak peek soon. Until then, this is me signing off. Stay chill, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.